lab today. Giorgio Vickers, affectionately known as 4. And this is the 4 show. This is where you see what I don't, except for trash day, which is today, where you see me. I'm a blind individual, a blind person, but I've been in here working on the lab. Brother got a little paint out. I painted this wall, these walls here. These right here are all rust color, like a red rust color. When I painted this side first, this and this. And when I got through painting it, shoot, let me tell you, I cleaned up the best I could. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the wife had to go ahead and come through and, clean up the rest of it. I'll post some pictures of it later. It looked like a murder scene. She said it looked like Carrie. The song you hear playing in the background, this is the song we're putting out in March.
Comment section. Tag.
I'm gonna turn off that voiceover right quick, so y'all don't have to hear that thing talking in your ear, because I know that's hella loud. Let me see if I can get some kind of control on this thing. Let's see here.
Screen curtain off. Speech off.
Boom. Okay. So we as good as we gonna get, y'all. We as good as we gonna get. But yeah. So today is trash day. I'm in the lab. I'm gonna tell you something. It's something fantastic about being in the lab. You know what I'm saying? I gotta post a video of when I put this desk together. I've been working on trying to get the lab tight. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have your creative space. You gotta have a location where you can feel what you're doing. And you're gonna hear some voiceover because I'm a blind artist, blind person. Then I'm gonna play this song again. Not just because I like it, but because I like it too. But you know what? This song right here is the one that's coming out in February.
MP3 tracking for preview. Button. Press.
And this is kind of a rough draft. But anyway, because I do see with my hands, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we talking about, you know what I mean? Social distance. We gotta stay current what's going on. So anyway, I've been sitting around here and I have really been going back and forth with people and this death. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been passing away. And, I think people downplay it. You know what I mean? I see people without masks on, people hanging out in groups, people at the bars. I'm not one to tell people what they should and shouldn't do, but I don't know. Some risks ain't worth taking. You know what I mean? Some risks ain't worth taking. Some risks are not worth taking. Why you gotta sit at the bar and have a drink with somebody when you risking? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I know most of the people who get COVID don't die. I know most of them that get it do not die, but some of them do, and that's the problem. Is that it could be you. It's like like you're spinning the wheel, and whatever you land on is what it land on. But anyway, I got a friend of mine who's missing. I haven't heard from her in a few days, and I usually hear from her all the time. And so I'm kind of concerned about her, and I guess that's what provokes this conversation today, because I think we need to be having this conversation with people. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, you sit down. Because, and by the way, this fly ass. Yes. Lower it down, sit down in this chair. But the thing is that when, even though you may be cool, you may catch COVID and be cool with it, the other people in your life may not. And it seems like it ain't no deal with age and nothing like that. It don't matter how old you are or young you are, people going out. And so the thing I see though is a lot of people having a lot of conflict over stuff. You know what I mean? Mom's car, auntie's truck, so-and-so's bank account, such and such house. We just need, I was listening to Dr. Anthony Stroman, and he was talking about how we need to be prepared. You know what I mean? You got to get out of this whole probate thing, because probate is where they get you at. Because even though you got a will, when you go through probate, you got to deal with lawyers. And now with this backup, with so many people going through the process, it's going to be 2 years. It's going to be 2 years before you get there. And 2 years of a lawyer with his straw in your drink box, and this thing is just talking. Okay, I guess that was a text message. I'll be on it next time. We won't have that problem again. But yeah, just people are not prepared. I thought a will was enough, but a will is not enough. You know what I'm saying? You need more than a will. You need to get out of that probate. That probate is where they get you at. The probate is where they get you in the drive-thru. They catch you at the probate. You weak, you sad, you emotional. They hit you with the bill, $10,000 for a casket, a box. They slide your relative in, 10 G's. Now you can't even get a casket because if you die from COVID, they cremate you. They cremating everybody. You know what I'm saying? We got to respect that thing, boy. We got to respect that thing. So anyway, we're going to be sitting up here listening to my music.
I need your aid.
Whose music is this? My music.
Group.
Let's see. I want to hear this a good look.
Introduction Ashieva. It's a good look at the letter slash tracking from a preview play button. Press play.
This song right here, dedicated to my wife, Lynette Vickers. Cause shoot, she got to put up with a lot, baby. Blind man painting. Are you kidding? It's the cleanup that's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. You know, when she who knew she had that kind of stamina? We had 25 years this year, y'all. 25 years. 25 years, and it's a good look. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just grateful. I'm gonna tell you, I'm just grateful. And I've been putting my stuff in order. I've been getting my will. I've been getting my documents. I've been getting my what do they call it? What is the document called? Power of attorney. The power of attorney for your health and the power of attorney for your finances. Man, you know, if you don't have somebody watching your back when you're in the hospital, ain't no telling where you can end up. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he had throat cancer when he passed, so he couldn't talk. And when I got to the hospital, he was in a coma. And we was all standing around his bed, you know what I mean? We was all gathered around there, you know what I'm saying? I get back to my feet. So we was all gathered around Pops, and I just went off on the nurse. The day he came in telling me something about, I got to do this, I got to do that. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm woo, woo, woo. They're like, hey, calm down, calm down. I calm down. They talk me down. I'm breathing hard. I'm all emotional. And then all of a sudden, Pops just sits up. And he looks around, like, what's all y'all doing in here? But he can't talk. And he didn't have any protocols in place. And we didn't know what we was going to do. My father said he never wanted to live on a machine. And that's what he had been doing, living on a machine. And so I couldn't even tell him to take him off. I couldn't tell him nothing. Nobody could tell him nothing because nobody had the right to do it. But then he woke up. And when he woke up, the lady came in, asked him some questions. He gave the nods yes and the nods no, took it in the right places. And then after he did that, I was able to, take control of his situation. And a little bit later on that same day, he, the cold blew, and he went back into a coma. And on his birthday, we unplugged him, and I held his hand. He went on in, 56 years old. My father was a young guy, because shoot, I'm 54 now, and I'm thinking I'm still moving. I still got it popping, baby. I ain't trying to brag, but look, all the way down the way up, no hands. You know what I'm saying? And that don't seem like a lot to young people, but when you get older, do that. You want to do something good, do that. So anyway, working on the lab, trying to get my little stuff together, you know what I'm saying? It's good to work with your hands, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot of patience for people. And I put this desk together myself. It only came in like 1, 2, 3, it was only 4 pieces. But I put them together. I'm determined to finish painting this room. I got trim to do. Like I said, I'm putting some lights up. I got my feng shui chairs. You sitting on a table right there. You sitting on the table right there, low table. I can play dominoes on it if I want to play dominoes with somebody who know how to get out. Got a fridge over here. Probably got a couple beers I can't drink in there or something. My dog bed. Here go Champ bed over here. This is where Champ live. He got a whole sofa over there taking up most of my doggone room. And this is the land. This is where I'm gonna try to make something happen. That's where I'm trying to make something happen. Let me go to G here. This here, glad you said yes.
for yourself.
This one right here is coming out in March, dedicated to my wife, because how much she got to put up with.
I have a conference call. Scroll area.
Okay, we got this one.
The scroll area. To begin interacting with the contents of the scroll area, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow. Logic Pro. This Finder. Untitled Folder 2. Window. Glad you said yes. / track a pre-play button.
Alright. Now listen to this jam right here. When this song right here go off, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done, son. Be through for true. Be through talking to who? Talking to you.
Play button. Press play button.
Alright. Yeah, this one right here is the slow jam for yeah, this is the sexiest voice I have. So fair. So got something for you know. I'm gonna try to keep the songs coming. You know what I mean? But I got a learning curve I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? A learning curve. And I've always wanted to put out music. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to. I always wanted people to get involved. And the L and the 7, GeorgeoL7 is where you can find me. And it'll be down here at the bottom, somewhere where you can sign on to my page and you can click it and stuff. It should be like right up in here somewhere. But you'll be able to click the button. And I know you guys probably talking to me and stuff, but I can't even interact with you because of how this thing is working with the phone. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I got to work on. So I'll be going live again to try to figure out how that works maybe later on tonight, and making sure that the sound is better for you guys over there. But hey, it is what it is right now. Like I said, I'm working on the lab, baby. I'm working on the lab. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get this thing looking tight. You hear me? I'm about to get the music tight. I'm going to be working hard, not just for me, but for y'all too. You know what I mean? Because I want it to sound good to y'all. I mean, it's not as important that it sounds real good to y'all as much as it is important that I get it out. Because this is my opportunity to express myself, to engage myself in who I'm supposed to be or who I'm trying to be going through this life right here with my eyes closed. And I know a lot of people are going through life, you know what I mean, with their eyes closed and their eyes are wide open. Just because you look does not mean you see. And so what I'm striving to do is I'm striving to see things that are coming. Like for instance, just to throw a little politics in here, because I try to do that every once in a while. To throw the rock and hide the hand. You know what I'm saying? Throw the rock and hide the hand. Situation that I see going on where, you know, folks are so excited to have Biden in there that, you know, Biden's just signing crazy. He's going to sign it crazy, And, you know, hey, let's peripherally watch and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Let's not just sign everything into law. Let's pay attention to what we signed it into law, and let's look at the long-term ramifications, such as, for instance, this new thing with the transgenders being able to go into the military. I don't have a problem with transgenders fighting for this globe that we live in, for this piece of earth that we have. I don't mind transgenders being willing to give their life and give their effort and stuff to make this a better place. I'm not against that at all. I just asked the question, what type of ramifications are going to come from it? What is going to be the long-lasting emanations from that decision? You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's the reason why I say we need to think these things out long-term, because when you set a precedent, that precedent stands, and that precedent is something that other people stand on. Like the men say, do you know the origin of your opinions? Who does? Have you been paying attention? I say all the time, we are a conquered people. In other words, we are a people who have been conquered. They came over to where we was, and they took us, and they brought us here. And so, consequently, that's not to say we are a conquered people as far as us individually being conquered. I'm saying that as far as the information we get is going to be tainted. I don't know why I'm bending down to work on this desk when it come up. It's going to be tainted. The information we get is going to be bent one way or the other. And so, consequently, we need to pray and ask God for revelation. We need to read ourselves and acquire the information that we're praying on. And then we need to act. That's the big thing. Most people are stuck in vacillation.
Glad you said yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I need your aid.
Procrastination. What they call it? They call it decision constipation. You know what I mean? When you thinking about it, but you ain't moving.
Introduction, actually, it's a good look.
We're gonna listen to now.
Mac Militant B.
We're gonna listen to now.
Make you glad you said. Management, midday 1/10/. Mercina. Michael Jackson.
I got some tracks on
She's
here.
mine 11/2/19. She's mine MP3.
You know what? I'm playing.
Data MP3. Track information. Column
This one right here.
Play.
I'm putting this one out in July, just because I think it's stupid. And so, I guess what we really need to do, is pay attention. You know what I mean? We really need to pay attention. I think that when I see somebody say, yeah, transgenders can get into the military and so forth and so on, the first thing I think is that good for the transgenders? You know, are you setting them up to go through like a lot of extra? Because some things is bad. Some things are meant to be bad, but some things are like extremely extra. You know what I'm saying? Like being blind in jail is extremely extra. Because you're in jail with people who already have malice in their heart. And I know there's a lot of good people in jail, but there's a lot of bad people. And a lot of people ain't never seen a real bad person. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody with malice. Somebody with no empathy. You've never seen it, probably. I hope you never do. You know what I mean? But point being is that some punishments are bad, but some punishments are like extra. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that we need to be mindful of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have nothing against nobody being willing to give what they have to the cause. The only thing I say is, are we thinking of the ramifications? Are we thinking of the ramifications as far as this person living with these people and depending on these people, and these people living with them and depending on them? Are we putting people in a good situation? You know what I'm saying? Because people have different ethics, and like I say, I'm all for it being, you know, if it's good for people. But if it's not good for people, what are we doing it for? What are we doing it for? What are we doing? Anyway, point being is, we done came to the end of my time. I done already went to the next song, you know what I'm saying? And I still don't feel like I made my point, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is? It's that I'm still in the process of working on stuff. I'm working on the lab. I'm working on this man right here. You know, I'm just working on thinking, you know what I'm saying? Working on using my brain and exercising this thing right here that I got. And the part of my mind that has control of the mouth, I'm trying to educate that part, because that's the ignorant part. And there's a difference between ignorant and ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant is when you don't know and you ain't even trying to know. You just drifting. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna pull y'all to the curb here and let you guys go. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me on Trash Day. Wasn't my goal to say anything profound. Fortunately, I guess I achieved that. And I didn't say anything real profound. But I guarantee you this. You will journey with me if you stay with me. If you stay with me, if you click that button down here that says follow, GeorgeoL7, if you click that button that says that, you will take the journey with me. And you'll find out what I find out as I find it out. You know what I'm saying? In closing, let me just say this one thing, and I'm going to stop this music.
Press play.
Let me just say this. We are being hunted. COVID is like a monster. Some people it eat, some people it don't. But everybody it affects. You know? So this month, I'm putting out a song. It's called Social Distance. Right? Tactile. Social distance. And that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? And I put it in a fun way, but sometimes it ain't that fun. So until I get a chance to talk to y'all again, next time the lab will be tight. You know what I'm saying? Moving toward improvement. Next time, like I say, the lab will be tight. And we're going to get it in. Until then, may the 4 be with you.